Hello, it's Wednesday, 10:30, Project Me English Live. So last week we talked about perfect, and this week we are talking about I'm loving my. Last week we talked about I'm loving myself, and this week we talk about hello, Jason. This week we talk about hello, Emily. This week we talk about I am loving myself in the area of having healthy boundary. Um, so this week I'm sharing with you two concepts. One concept is the concept of giver. So I call that earth angel. So in a way, it's a very giving person, always giving. And the other concept is assertiveness. Assertiveness doesn't even have a translation in Chinese. Hello, Vicky. Assertiveness doesn't even have a Chinese translation. So I'd like to share that. And if you think this live is useful for people to know more about assertiveness, please share with them. So every week when I have a topic that I'm talking about, I'm not only talking about the topic or the positive affirmation. I am actually asking myself to experience what's going on, to experience in my life what else can I do or benefit myself from that positive affirmation, and what experience am I getting? Hello, Al. Am I getting out of that positive affirmation? So this week I'd like to share with you the concept of giver. I call that earth angel. So I have some traits on earth angel to share with you. Hello, Natalie. So a giver or an earth angel is somebody highly sensitive. So highly sensitive in relationship, in what people are thinking, to the extent that sometimes they're intuitive. They are still very hopeful about friendship, about life, about love, to the extent that they are still naive. But naive meaning that the person still believes in that in a very pure way. So they still believe in God. That apply to people with religion or without religion. And they are very gentle, very loving, and very caring. They always see the best side of people, including their talents and including their potentials. They are optimistic. Hello, Tess. They are optimistic and they are very trustworthy. Their kindness and their niceness have been used by other people. And even though their niceness have been used by other people, they insist on believing in friendship and believing in true love. And they also believe in magic. Hello, Ali. They also believe in magic. And some of them even believe in miracles, in unicorns, and mermaids. So they believe in magic in life. And some of them, they feel a mission, a life purpose in their own life. even with strangers, to the extent that they treat strangers very, very well. And they hope that everybody is happy. Everybody. And if other people are not happy, they are the first one to feel sad about other people not being happy. So they believe in fairness. Now, did any of those traits fit into you or your family member or your loved ones? Hello, Pointy-san, or your loved ones. So if they do, then very likely you are either a giver or you are an earth angel. However, even though you are a giver and you would like to make this planet Earth a better place to live on, we do have to balance that niceness. And we do have to balance, Earth angels do have to know their own value. When the niceness and the kindness is not in balance, when the person is just one-sidedly giving, and forgetting to take care of himself or herself, it causes resentment. So that the person will feel that, oh, this is not a two-way street. So giving but not getting anything, sometimes even to the extent that people feel that you have to be nice, and if you're not nice, then you're a bad person. So it becomes a very toxic, vicious cycle. Fatigue, other than resentment, would be fatigue. So the person giving will continuously give to a point where it's very draining, and draining in the sense of time, money, energy. So when the relationship is not balanced, these are some of the examples. Are you paying for everything in the relationship? Literally everything. That's imbalance. Are you developing skin problems? A lot of the time, skin problems could be repressed anger. So the body is trying to tell you are repressing something, repressing anger. So you might be gaining a lot of weight. So gaining weight is a way of protecting yourself with your body fats. And or are you having throat problem? So when you have a throat problem, it may be because you have fear of speaking up. So you have fear of speaking up. So so in some, even though you feel that in your life it's your mission to give, to make other people happy, to change the world, to make things, to do something different. Please make sure it's in a very balanced manner, instead of becoming imbalanced or one-sided, because it will cause resentment. So this week I'd like to share another concept other than the concept of a giver. So it's the concept of assertiveness. So assertiveness it means that someone is aware of their own feelings and opinions, and they state it, but without in a way that respect each other. So if I apply that to personal relationship, so that would be allowing yourself to be the true you in a personal relationship, so that your other half, your significant other half, knows exactly who you are, but not partially. Because in the long term, if you're not showing the real you, you will never truly 100% feel loved, because your other half do not know how to love the complete you, because you have not shown it. So assertiveness in a business setting, would be the key word would be to gain respect. So when you are assertive at work, you would say things or tell things as it is. Even you have a very strong opinion about something, you don't have to raise your voice. You don't have to put anyone else down. You don't have to make things personal, or you don't have to attack anyone. So not even to be defensive. So you just state things as they are. And another possibility is when you are not assertive enough. Passive aggressive. So passive aggression is when it's when people do not want to share what they truly believe, what they think, or what they feel, because they do not want to cause conflict. They don't want to have drama, and they don't want to hurt other people. So, so in a business setting, when somebody is passive aggressive, hello, Marco. So, in a business setting, when someone is passive aggressive, when you give them work, for example, because they don't want to cause conflict, they would say, okay. However, because they don't like doing it or they don't want to do it, so what they do is they do it in a very bad manner, not doing it correctly, so that you won't ask them to do it again next time. So that's passive aggressive. And passive aggressive in a relationship, in a personal relationship, with your significant other half or your other half, would be withholding love. So you don't want to cause conflict. So on the surface, you're very quiet and it's like it's okay, but it's not. You are not happy. So you try to withhold love in ways that you know that your wife or your husband likes something, you're giving it to them, holding it back, not loving them completely, um, or you say things that's mean, nasty in public at your partner, um, just to retaliate, just to humiliate them. Um, but on top of that, the other person doesn't know exactly why you're angry. So, so that's passive aggressive. Um, so you don't have to be nice all the time. Uh, Even though you are Earth Angel, you don't have to be nice all the time. I remember I was going through my coaching certification, and one of the things that one of my most respected teacher, my Kumo, said is for yourself to make yourself clear at the very beginning. So make yourself clear. What do you want? Make yourself clear. Um, what perspective are you coming from? Say it, because if we don't say it, if we don't have a voice, then people will eventually get used to us not being a voice. Um, it's not that they are not coming from a good intention, a good perspective, but you have never showed up. So nobody remember um, that you're there, that they have to take care of you. So don't be nice all the time. Um, Speak up for what you want. It's not that bad. Give it a go. Even when you feel upset about something, um, find a safe space and talk about it. Instead of finding other ways, irrelevant ways to express your anger. So the other one is passive. So when somebody is passive, um, they they don't acknowledge their own feeling. They don't acknowledge other people's feelings. They have already numbed their own feelings to the extent that they are becoming a doormat. So they don't care about anything. Eventually they might go. They might um, um, be be having addictive problem of some kind because they numb themselves so badly. Um, in the business setting, passive people will go with whatever their boss is telling them to do. They don't have an opinion, so they will just do whatever their boss asks them to do. And in personal relationship, uh, passive people allow people to control them. Um, they don't have a voice, so so people forgot that you're there. And the last one is aggressive. So there are four different kinds of concept. So the first one is assertive, make yourself known. The other one is passive aggressive, something that you don't want. Uh, I felt that passive aggressive is as bad as aggressive. Um, so the other one is, other than passive aggressive, the other one is passive. So that's no good at all. We all have a value. Stop take what is your value. Stop take what you're good at. Stop take what you want. And also, the last one is aggressive. Again, aggression is the other end of assertiveness. So aggression is actually fear. Aggression is not power. Personal power is when somebody knows what they don't want, knows their own strength, knows their own long and short, appreciate themselves, acknowledge themselves, they know what they are doing, and they go for it. That's personal power. And when they allow themselves to get better every day, that's personal power. Aggression is not personal power. The behavior of aggression itself stems from fear. So aggression is fear. So try assertiveness. Next week we'll talk more about assertiveness. And on Friday we are going to have Q&A live. So please share your question. If you would like to share it here in the comment, please do. And if not, you can also send it to me on my phone through WhatsApp. So have a happy rest of the week, and see you on Friday.